Fuck the comfort zone. That's my topic today. And I thought I look all like sweet and pink, but I feel fire. So maybe the message will drop in a different way with this delivery. I don't know. Normally I do the lives at night, but I'm doing a daytime one because I think I'd like an early night tonight. And please say hello if you're in and you'd like to chat. So what I'm going to talk about is the comfort zone and what is that and why it doesn't really work. So basically, if you're like, if you get pissed off about stuff, if you're like, oh, the economy and oh, this doesn't work and that doesn't work, or if you get really annoyed at like the state of schools or the government or capitalism or Brexit or your partner or all that kind of thing, and you sit there getting really annoyed about it, but you do nothing about it. That for me is sort of like staying in the comfort zone and it's kind of a waste of energy. You're making your body feel terrible and your mind is kind of moaning at itself, but you're just taking no action. You're doing nothing about it. It's toxic. It's not going to get you anywhere. If you don't like something, do something about it. Change it. Or change yourself so that you can feel healthy around an unhealthy thing. Like if an unhealthy thing is over there, don't make yourself unhealthy to be annoyed with something over there. Like, for example, let me think, like money can be an issue for people, and we all have limiting, there's quite a lot of research behind limiting beliefs people have about money. Like, why do some people just make loads of money and others don't, that kind of thing. And limiting beliefs can pretty much guaranteed to start from childhood. Like, how did your mum talk about money? How did your father talk about money? Was there any money? What were the phrases that were repeated over and over again about money? That kind of stuff sits in your subconscious, and it becomes like your kind of modus operandi with money. And so you can actually start self-sabotaging yourself around money, but not on purpose. Like, it's in your subconscious. So it's something like rich people are greedy. So you're going to always get rid of your money so that you're not seen to be a rich, greedy person, even if you don't have much. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but the idea is, what I'm saying is, change the way you think about money, even if it is going to take some work, if you want to feel okay about money. The same with government, Brexit, schools, stuff that pisses you off and you're shouting about it and moaning about it all day long. Do something about it, or change your attitude towards it so it's not hurting you. I feel a fire today, guys. Hello, everyone. Say hello. When was the last time you guys feel like you jumped out of the comfort zone? So the comfort zone being you're sitting... you're kind of, I don't want to say couch potato, but you're afraid of making a change. You're afraid of leaving your partner, changing jobs. You're afraid of becoming visible. You're afraid of taking the leap into running your own business. You're afraid of having your first client. You're afraid of, all these things that keep you in the comfort zone. There's these irrational fears. And what are those fears? Is I'm imagining a lot of it is physiological fear, like a body response goes, oh my God, I have fear about getting out there, or what I might lose, or what might happen to me. I don't know what's going to happen, and that fear, it sounds a lot like, if I leave the cave, a lion might get me, or if I leave the cave, a hyena might get the children or something. So you stay in the cave, like all safe and fine. But we're not cavemen anymore. We don't need to be hiding in the cave. So now it's like, okay, well, we leave the cave. What are we afraid of? People's opinions? Seriously? You're going to stay in the cave because you're scared of what someone might think about you stepping into your power, changing your job, leaving your job, firing someone, leaving your partner, whatever it is that needs to be done, that deep down needs to be done. You're going to stay in that cave, in that comfort zone, uncomfortable, shrinking your light for what? Yeah, exactly. For what? So okay, I've been in all the situations I've just mentioned. Didn't like my job, have had terrible relationships, have ended up, being a single mum for a long time. There's like loads of stuff. I was in a town that I wasn't enjoying being in. I made loads of mistakes. I've done all sorts of stuff where I've had to go like, I'm going to jump ship. I'm not run away, but I'm going to change things up. And yeah, it takes courage, and you have to be brave, and you have to be willing to sacrifice maybe reputation or opinion or something. And you have to sacrifice certainty for a moment, for a suspended amount of time. You have to go like, I have no idea what's going to happen, and just have faith and knowledge that you're going to be okay wherever you are. I know I could move to anywhere in the world and I would be okay, because I'm okay with me and I can rely on myself. And because I know, like, you're never alone. Wherever you are in the world, you're not alone. And the moment you close a door, about 200 others open. So when you're closing a door or leaving a job or partner or whatever it is that you're afraid of leaving and you're staying in the comfort zone for, you just have to have faith on some level that life won't end. It might be different and you might not know what that's like, but it's not going to end. And what I've found again and again and again is that when one door closes, it's not just one that opens. It's like 20 or 100 doors suddenly go in your energy field. You have to make room for the good shit to come. You really do. You can't hold on to all the toxic stuff where you've been shrinking and holding on to. You can't hold on to that and then expect all the good new stuff that you actually really want, or that you know you're capable of, or that you're worthy of, or that you deserve, or that you've worked for. If you're holding on to the rubbish, you're not going to be able to you're not leaving room in your energy field, in your mostly in your energy field. You're not leaving enough room or space for anything new to come. How is the new stuff supposed to come if you're holding on to all your energy in the space is like taken up with holding on to stuff you don't want anymore? What are you afraid of exactly? No bears, no lions. I feel better now. Oh, hello everyone. So I'm talking about staying in the comfort zone and allowing yourself to shrink and become a pale shadow of yourself for the sake of comfort, and about not being afraid of jumping into the void and taking those risks that, you know, your life isn't going to end when you let go of stuff that's not making you feel comfortable. And you never know what's around the corner. Like you suddenly think things are like plodding a little bit, and then something magical happens, just like boo, and you're like, whoa, I never would have thought of that. If you hadn't been open to new things happening, then you're unlikely to have noticed or seen or taken a risk to make it happen. And when I moved from, like, I'd lived in Lancaster on and off for 16 years, so I grew up in Switzerland. I wasn't from there. I had many lives within living in Lancaster, but I knew it was time to go. I just knew, I felt it. Like, nothing wrong with the place in itself, but my energy, who I'd become, just wasn't really gelling or fitting in, and I just felt like there must be more out there for me and what I do. And I took a risk and moved to Exeter, and that's totally the void. I knew absolutely no one here, nobody. And I don't regret doing it. It's maybe not the perfect place for me either right now, but I took the risk and different things are happening. I've gone through a load of growth. I've let go of a load of patterns that don't suit me, and moving forward, and I'm ready to do it again if I have to. So it's like listening to those little nudges. If someone's peeing you off all day long, like your partner or a situation or a friendship for like 20 years, you know, like it's been going on, you're really annoyed about this thing and you just let it go, oh, you know, this is just the way it is and that's the way they are. Well, change something. Either walk away or change the way you behave about it. Don't let other people's rubbish make you toxic. I can't think if there's any more of my little fire. I'm feeling fire. Feels good. Nothing's gonna, just that I've never heard of like people's opinions killing you, you know? Like if you leave the cave and you jump into the void and people have opinions about it, it's not gonna hurt that much. You just kind of brush it off and go like, you know, I'm gonna do it my way. It's quite nice doing daytime talks, and it is nice to see all these lovely people on here. Ah. Have you ever stayed in the comfort zone way too long? Have you ever felt that I'm jumping into the void, I'm changing everything up? Let me know. Yeah, I think with I think staying in the comfort zone and not being happy about where you are, like if you're happy there, that's fine. But if you're not, actually, you know, you're not happy with your situation, I think that actually that is, even for me, that sounds way more scary than jumping into the void and not knowing what's going to happen. For me, it sounds like the life that you don't like is going to suck you up into a black hole and make you shrink so small. And, you know, jumping into the void might create like butterflies and feelings of like, oh my God, and like kind of a bit of a freak out, like work yourself up, have like courage and be brave to take the leap, you know, and leave the job, whatever it is. But I've never heard of butterflies killing anyone. Butterflies in the tummy, excitement. It doesn't kill anyone either. And change is good, you know, change is growth and expansion. And you just, I think every time I've jumped into a void, and I've done it many times in different ways, you know, even like stopping to completely go inwards and heal myself, that was like jumping into the void every day. Because that was all stuff I'd run away from again and again and again. So it was like starting to look in, and you're like, oh my God, what am I finding? And it's just not, it's kind of like, oh, I don't know what I might find. I'm kind of scared of what I might find. And that's, for me, that's like jumping into the void. But it was the best thing I've ever done. So I hope this has landed for some people about, you know, maybe it's not so bad to leave the comfort zone and make the life that you really, really want. I was supposed to be interviewed by Oda today, but she's not feeling well, so we're going to do it on Friday. And it should be quite exciting because she's got a list of questions. I don't even know what they are. We decided not to show me the questions because then I can be surprised and challenged, and I like the challenge. So that's on Friday at 1 p.m. And next week, I have started writing poetry. Someone sort of ignited the poet in me recently, and I'm going to be sharing like 5 of my poems next week because it's sort of like holiday time. I'll be in Switzerland, and I thought that'd be a nice way of. For me, it feels like it's poetry for warriors and poetry for people that want to make the world a better place, and it's like poetry to ignite the power in people, something like that. I'm gonna go. Lots of love. Bye.